All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, a thousand a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing, it'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off of that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, now when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit that like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. All right, good morning, everybody. It is June 14th, Monday morning. So we got a couple things we're going to do differently today. But first, we're going to jump into QCOM here, and then I'll tell you all about it. So QCOM's switching, and what do we got here? 135.28, 135. It's about 30 cents. So 500 shares already loaded in, ready to go. We're going to short this thing if this stays like this. And the SPY looks like it's on its way down as well. See if we got any other switches going on at the same time. No, doesn't look like it. All right, cool. Let's put SPY up here. We got 3 minutes. So SPY. And then put on the 30-minute. Look at that big candle, tower candle. I made a new high last night after hours. All right, so let's see. Selling off pretty good. So let's jump into QCOM here in about 3 minutes. So this is what the plan is. So I'm not really getting on my YouTube channel a lot of new subscribers and a lot of viewers. And I think QCOM is a super premium. So we're going to go ahead and jump that to 1,000 shares. All right, 1,000 shares on QCOM. So I'm going to go ahead and take two of my tickers, NUG and JD, and I'm going to boost those to $1,000 trades. Actually, I'm going to start with 500 after a couple trades of 500, win-loss, and then we'll move to 1,000. I'm going to do that so I can print some bigger numbers and see if that changes things with YouTube, and see if that changes as far as getting noticed and maybe picking up some more subscribers and viewing count. So we're going to check it out. Starting with today, NUG and JD, $500 risk reward for the first few trades, and then we'll move it to 1,000. Everything else will stick with the plan of 150 for now until we scale up. Okay, get ready to jump in here in about 30 seconds. So this giant green tower candle here, and then we have this red candle that's staying within the side of this structure here. Makes me think we could see some consolidation and a potential move for higher. But this over here is what's making me feel a little bit good that we're coming back down. So I'm going to take the trade. A little nervous about it, but we're going to take it nonetheless in 15 seconds. Short. All right, so we're in short. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this is a winner. Super premium. So if not, we'll speed bump it, and then we should be good to go. But I'd rather have it just be a winner right here and not have to speed bump. All right, looks like we might have to speed bump QCOM here with a pretty healthy loss because we super premiumed it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're getting close. Getting close. This candle closed. New candle's opening right now. We're so close. Chances are we're gonna get tagged out here. Daddy. Yes, Miley. I don't know if I'm gonna speed bump this or just let it be because it could be in this consolidation period. And SPY still looks like it's going down, so I may avoid the speed bump on this and just take the loss. Yes, Miley. Dr. Miley. No. All right, so we're out, and we didn't. All right, let's speed bump it. Very distracted right now, so I just totally screwed that up. Yeah. Okay, Miley. Thank you. So had I had that set for a speed bump, we'd almost be into break even on profits already. So what I was going to try to do is, when that bell hit, is just hit the buy right away, because for whatever reason, won't let me put the order in.
It is for you.
Oh, thanks, Miley. Okay, thank you. And then I was just going to click it immediately when it was clicking through. So, but perfect timing for my little one. Perfect timing to make that to where I couldn't do it. So, oh well, that's how it is. We'll see. We get a little boost here. We'll be okay. It's already gone through this first expected target. I don't know what will happen from here. These are potential draws, but I don't know. You know, it may not get there. As soon as we get green, we'll be looking for a profit. That's how we trade QCOM. A little different than everything else. But we should be green now, so I should be looking for put my stop in now and just, you know, is what it is. But looking at the trade action right now, I think we're good. I think we got more upside. So had I speed bumped this correctly, we'd be way in profit already. This would have been a nice trade. Okay, so we're in profit at 135.84. So I'd like to put my stop in there, 135.84. Come on, get back in there, please. 135, get a little above it, so give me some breathing room. This candle closes in 5 seconds, so hopefully it's not a sell-off on the next candle. 35.84. All right, boost a little bit. Let's do it. Make it a wick. I might just flatten this for a $76 loss here in a second if this isn't going to go. Yeah, we're so close to grabbing profit. I should have just hit flatten. But I like to give it a chance to run. I like to be able to put it in a limit order or a stop order where it has to back up or go to the target. I hate just hitting the button flatten. All right, come on, let's go. All right, so I got my order in, and if it backs up, it backs up. But I'd like to get a little higher There we go, for slippage and for spread. So, all right, cool. So we're out with $3 profit on QCOM. Yay, not a losing trade. Speed bumped it. And we'll keep an eye on JD. JD's setting up. Looks like it might want to trade as well. And APPS looks like it's setting up. So hopefully we get a few more trades. We'll bring it to you. All right, so JD's won the switch now. So we're going to see what the risk reward is here. So 71.26. 70.96, so about 30 cents. I'm going to put that in the calculator. We're looking for a $500 risk reward on JD. So at 1,600 shares, JD right now is let's say $71. I can afford to buy, let's see, how many can I afford to buy? I can buy a lot. All right. All right, not a problem. All right, so JD looking for 1,200 shares. All right, so so we'll see if we can get our 1,200 shares of JD short here if this switch takes place. Okay, it didn't take place in that candle, maybe in the next candle. Okay, so we got APPS here, 74.29, don't got a lot of time, 74.90, about 70 cents. I should have had my calculator up here already. 0.7, so we're going to go with about 300 shares. And okay, got a little bit of time, so we're ready. So 74.38, 74.85, 80, so about 50 cents. And I bought a candle early, so wasn't paying attention. Bought this early. Hopefully it doesn't hurt me. Super premium here because this didn't actually close above, so it's not a trade. So as soon as we get into profit, I will, because I think we are going to go that direction anyway. So I'll start trailing a stop. So 75. Man, what a big spread today, too. 25-cent spread. It's huge. Although this could be consolidation. Look, it keeps on trying to get through this area of resistance, and it's not happening. So this could be a bad move. JD over here wanting to switch. Man, I didn't switch right at the last second, and I bought it. Could just pop out here and take my loss, but I think this is going. I think it's going to try to retrace more of this candle, although it already retraced half. What should I do? What should I do? Everything looks like it's going up. I'm just going to stay. My emotions are telling me to get out. The rules told me this is not a trade, but when I'm looking at it with the draw on this candle, it keeps trying to switch. I think it's going to switch, so I'm going to stay. JD over here waiting for a trade. Let's see if it's still the same. 71.25. So, yeah, about the same. About 30 cents. All right. And then, yep, APPS. Dang it. I'm just going to put my stop in for now. It'll be a big loss, but is what it is. If it breaks down this, then we have to get out. All right. I'm going to short it. Recover a little bit of that. Casino trade on APPS hurt me bad. Where's our new entry here? 74.10. 74.10, yeah. All right, big mistake on APPS. Made that mistake on QCOM. Not a good sign. Come on, JD. Let's not make any mistakes. Let's do it. We're at the bottom of the pre-market low here. So it's getting some support. We're in this channel of consolidation, I think. But it did look like it was going to try to break higher. Man, look at JD selling off. I want to jump in early on JD. We got 30 seconds left. Let's see if this low of day kind of resistance this provides. Resistance there and short. All right, so we're short JD right at this area of resistance or support rather. So we'll see what this does to us. Hopefully it just sells off and breaks it and just keeps on going down. So my exit strategy right now on APPS, because it's not an algo play. It's not a part of any switches with permission and all that stuff, is going to be a red candle, green candle setup. So As it plays out, I'll explain it to you. Or if we come back above this and trip a long trade, then I'll switch it to the long trade. Okay, so we're now in profits over here in APPS. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this stop. And eventually I'm going to move my stop into a profit area here. Let's see. We got 3 minutes for this candle to close. I'd like to see it close into profits. This, is accidental trade. So now I'm just trading on a technical basis. So I definitely don't want to go back and take a $500 loss on it. So I'm going to go ahead and move my stop into profit. And then from there, we'll red candle, green candle exit. We do got a decent spread, although it's tightening up now a little bit, which is great. So 73.15, I want to get that on the ask. Zoom out a little bit, look at the day before. Alright, so maybe we have a draw down here somewhere, 72.90. That would be nice. You can see the support or the resistance right here. Boom, 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 boom. It broke through that resistance, came back, found support. So this is on its way down. It may come back down to this level because this level obviously mattered the day before. So hopefully it will matter again today, and we'll draw down to this level. We'll see what happens. JD over here putting in a little flag. We got our little drop down, little flag. Let's see if we can get a nice big drop down here. 2R would be sweet. It's tempting to just hit flatten on APPS over here and say I'm out. I didn't take a $500 accidental loss, but this could be a nice green trade here on a technical side. So we're going to go ahead and hang out. I will put that stop in though once we're in the profits, and then whatever happens happens. If I make $3 on it, I make $3 on it. It wasn't supposed to be in the first place, so money is money, and it's not red, so that'll be good. So there we go, 35. So just waiting for a nice move in, so I need this to be 73.15 over here. Because of the spread on this, if I put it in right now, it'll back up plus the 20 cents. I'll be in the red, which is fine. It'll be a small red trade, but I believe this is going down, so I don't want it to be a red trade if it doesn't have to be. So 73.15 is what we're looking for on the buy over here. Okay, there we go, 73.15. So that's where we want to be. So I could get out right now and be good to go, but I want to be able to let this thing run so I can try to, I want it to back up and get me out. So I need to go below 73.15 so I can click that button right here and then let it back up and get me out. Although it's, it looks like it's going down, but really the spread just opened up big time. So we'll see. Let's see what happens here. Come on. Tempting to flatten here and take around a $50 win. Okay, so why not? I'm already short. That's why. All right, almost bought more shares. All right, we got our stop in. So if it backs up, maybe we have a small little profit. And if it keeps on running, we'll get out with the red candle, green candle exit strategy, and I'll show you what that is. Nope, not going to happen. So we'll take our $43 accidental trade here. So we'll talk more about this at the end of the video on why I made the decisions I made with the speed bumping this when it wasn't an algo play and all that stuff. We'll get into that a little bit later. All right, so we're back. JD's about to hit the target. We're going to go ahead and move our stop now to break even since we're most of the way there. So let's make sure that hit break even. Spread is a penny. So we'll take 2 pennies. All right, cool. So JD is a green trade now, at least by a couple bucks unless the spread opens up. But again, come on, JD. Let's go 2R. Usually it likes to do 2R, so we're going to see if it'll give it to us today. All right, looks like we might get stopped out of JD. It broke down here. It's coming back up. It will probably retest this, what was once support, retest it for resistance, but that's also where my stop is. So we might get stopped out, and then it might roll over, and it's fine, whatever. I'm going to stick to the rules. It's a numbers game. I trade based on a statistical proven probability of success that if I do X, Y, Z, and I just repeat, at the end of the year I make money. So occasionally, this is what happens, and it doesn't work out so good. So if that's what happens, then that's what happens. But we'll see. We'll see. Ain't over yet. Ain't over yet. Man, I could still sell right now and take $100. That'd be sweet, right? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait. Either all or nothing. That's the way the strategy works. All right, so there we are, stopped out $35. So what a crazy day today with roller coaster, making mistakes, all this madness, almost making a ton of money on JD, and then not. That's gonna shut it down for today though. Let's go over the log. All right, so before we get into the log, let's take a look at the portfolios. So CVS, so no trade today, right? No switches. So and very far from setting up. I don't think this is happening anytime soon. So not worried about it. Not going to trade CVS today. And then NUG, this one we're definitely going to start scaling up on with the new plan. And no switches at all today for NUG. I almost wanted to trade this last night. I mean, you would think the metals would be doing better actually with inflation that's happening right now. So I don't know what the holdup on them is, but yeah. So then let's see here. JD. So JD, like I said, you know, it flagged here, showing some support. Broke that support, came back up, looking to see if it's gonna be resistance. It looks like it may be resistance, and it may be selling off. And then tanky, but it'll go without me. I'm gonna stick to the rules, and that's how it is. But we traded on the switch back, and then and that's it. So is what it is. So at least we made $34 on it, even though we're looking to make 500. We'll take our 34, 35. We'll see what happens at the end of the day. This thing could go back up. APPS. All right, so APPS is a good example of why I do not get into a trade unless the switch confirms. Right? We thought it was switching here, and then or here, wherever it was, and you know, I thought it confirmed. I was like, oh, good, it's going to confirm. And then I looked over here before I looked here to check, and it didn't. And I got in like an idiot. Then I speed bumped it. Why would I speed bump this trade? So 2 reasons. One, if that's where I'm going to get out because I'm wrong, then it means it's going to keep going other direction, right? Or else why would I get out? So that's one. And then, or it just means I'm really unsure of what direction it's going to go, and I'd rather just be out than to go for the ride and find out. So, but I was confident that if I got out, if it broke low of day, especially if it got into the pre-market, let's zoom out a little bit here. The pre-market, if it got into the pre-market area here, that you know, I could have added to my trade looking for a bounce, which would have been nice. I did get the bounce, or I could have got the bounce. I think it was right here on this candle. But at the same time, if it broke this level, chances are this was going to happen. So probability was in my favor that this was going to happen. So I speed bumped it, looking for that move downward. And then I was going to do my green candle, red candle exit strategy if it gave me the opportunity so I could show you. But we just, it didn't. We gave us our profit instead because I didn't want to wait for it to, you know, you never know. You get these big green candles and yeah, I'll give it all back. So I'd rather be out. It wasn't a trade I was supposed to be in anyway. So we made $43 on an accidental trade. So that's always nice. All right. And then QCOM. So QCOM, yeah, look at that. You know, everybody watching that was probably like, oh man, it's going up. You got out early. I did get out early. You're always going to leave money on the table. You're going to give some back. And, you know, if you're a trader who stayed in this because you wanted more, or you added to your position, or you got out and then you got back in, you know, what happens if you were that person holding the bag right here and then bam, look at that. That's what happens to you. So I'd rather just know what the strategy is. You know, the strategy is get in here, get out here, take your profit, you know, do that, repeat that same process over and over again all year long. And then looking at the log, I can look at my scaling ladders and all that and then see how much money that is, you know, and that's a ton of money. So why not just do the same thing and repeat? Why chase? Why do all that stuff? Why stay past my welcome? You know, all that, whatever was left after that was for somebody else to either make money or hold the bag. You know, my trade was over. So the biggest thing I think that helps with that is looking at the log, which we're going to go look at right now, and then knowing where you're going to be at. So let's go look at the log real quick. But that's the portfolio, and I don't think we're going to have anything else set up for today. So we'll check out the log. Okay, so here we are in the log. So this is today, $79. You know, 79 bucks is still 79 bucks. It was crazy roller coaster for 79 bucks, but at least we did it. We didn't take that 360 loss, right? Speed bumped it. Boom, thank goodness. And then 526, speed bumped it. Boom, look at that. So if I didn't do speed bumps, you know, I would have a bad day today. But with speed bumps, it's awesome. And now, don't get me wrong, there's days where I speed bump stuff and I have a loser going both directions and it becomes a really bad day. But most of the time it works out good for me. So that's why I do it. All right, so 79 bucks. But we go over to the scaling ladder. And 1, 2, 3, 4, still 5 bars away. We're a few pennies, I think, from clicking another bar. But like I was saying, you know, if I just if I don't worry about all that extra money, I don't worry about getting back in, I don't worry about adding to my position, I don't worry about selling if I think I'm going to be a loss. If I just do the, get in where I'm supposed to get in, get out where I'm supposed to get out, follow the plan, follow the rules, then I know by doing that over the course of the year, I'm going to have exponential growth that could lead to, $600,000 a year, $500,000 a year, starting out with a $27,000 account. But, it's hard because in the beginning, it's like, look, I'm not making any money. This is okay money. It can replace somebody's income for sure, but it's not, it's not $1,000 a day. So when you're in this zone, it's kind of hard. But then when you get to here and you're making $1,000 a day, it's a little easier. And then when you get into $2,000 a day, a little easier. And you get to the $5,000 a day, it becomes a lot easier. So a lot easier to follow the rules, I think. For some people, it may be harder because you have more risk. But when you scale up properly, then that risk doesn't really feel like risk because it's not your money. It's all house money. You've built the confidence because of all these trades that are before that $5,000 win, or you've done all this work leading up to it. So it makes it a lot easier. You're at $82,000 in profit by the time you get there. So now you're risking $5,000. It's really tiny compared to that $82,000. So it's a lot easier if you scale up properly to be able to stick to the rules and not freak out and not have emotions get too crazy. When I'm trading here at 5,000, when I have 82,000 in profit, it's the same as when I'm trading down here with 100 when I'm starting out with all my own money at 27,000. So scaling, I think, is a huge thing. If you scale properly, you shouldn't be sitting there at the computer nervous and freaking out, and it shouldn't be hard to follow the rules. If it is hard to follow the rules, you're getting out early, you're getting out late, you're doing all this craziness, you're scared, you're shaking, you're sweating, all that stuff. Maybe your position size is too big. Maybe your risk reward is too big. Or maybe you don't even know where your exit is on your trade. So you're getting in and you're not sure of where you're going to get out. So now you're really worried that if it goes the wrong way, you're going to make a big loss. And that's another thing. Let's talk about that real quick, actually. Let me go back to the charts here for a quick second. All right, so when I get into a trade, I just want to be clear about this and think about this in your own trading, traders. When I get into a trade, I don't put my stop loss where, let's say I get in, wherever, right here, on this yellow bar is where I enter my trade. So here we're in, to the long side, speed bumping it, right? So, because we switched here and then we speed bumped it around here. So 135.49 is where I got in. So my stop was, here, I'll mark it up real quick. So this was the trade. Let's go with the trade that I had, the losing part of the trade. That would be more beneficial. So let's go with the losing part of the trade instead of the winning part. So here's our entry right here, 134.93. Now, if I bought 100 shares of this and I said I only want to lose $100, then I would put my stop at 135.93, right, if I shorted this thing. So 135.93. Right? If I said I only want to lose $100, I'm willing to lose $100, then I would have got in here and I would have put my stop here, shorting it, right? And then it would have went all the way up here. I would have hit my stop. I would have got out, and then it would have came all the way back down. I'd be like, the market hates me, right? So I don't put my stop in because I only want to lose $100, so I'm going to put my stop $1 away. No, I put my stop where the stop needs to be, right? The stop needed to be right there where that red line is. So that's where I put the stop. So if I only want to lose $100, I have to look and say, how far is this move? This is where I'm supposed to get in. This is where I'm supposed to get out if I'm wrong. And this is where I'm supposed to get out if I'm right. So that's the first thing I have to do. Then the next thing I have to do is say, how much money am I willing to lose on the trade? So if say it's, $1,000 or whatever. In this case, it was $300 I was willing to lose. So knowing that I'm going to get in at 134.93 and my exit's going to be at 135.28, that means I'm risking 35 cents on the trade. So if I'm getting in here and I'm getting out here if I'm wrong, I'm risking a 35-cent move. But I don't want to lose more than $300. So then I go over to my trading log, and I got QCOM here. I got the rough price that it is, a little more than what it's actually trading at. I can see how many shares I can afford. And then I can come over here and say, I'm looking at risking 35 cents, which now means if I buy and I don't want to lose more than $300. So I put 300 up here. So now if I buy 857 shares, I'm going to be roughly around there. If I really don't want to cross that $300 line, then I need to buy less than this, maybe 700 shares. So that's how I do my risk management. I don't get in the trade and say, oh no, I bought 1,000 shares. I only want to lose $100. Where should I put my stop? No, I have to say, where's my entry? Where is my exit if I'm wrong? Where's my entry? Where's my exit if I'm wrong? Let me change this real quick. Sorry, I have to do this. It's a thing. Yellow. Here's my entry. Where's my exit if I'm wrong? Where's my target if I'm green? Or if I'm right? And then based on that, I don't look at how much money I want to make. I look at how much money I could lose. And then I go on my calculator and I say, what's acceptable? $300. Great. How many shares should I buy? And I do risk management by the number of shares I buy, not by the location of my stop. Risk management by the number of shares I buy, not by the location of my stop. First, I have to know where my entry is. I need to know where my exit if I'm wrong. I need to know where my exit if I'm right. And then I risk management by the number of shares I buy, not by where I put my stop. So hopefully that will help you out, traders. If you're fumbling that area, that's what I do. So dashboard, here's where we're at on the month so far. $2,000 for the month of June. That's pretty awesome. We're making a pretty good paycheck for this month, so pretty sweet. So hopefully this week we can have a really nice week. I won't be here on Friday. I'll be back out of town again. But these next 3 days I should be here. We'll see. I got some stuff going on Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I got to look at my schedule. I should be able to trade Tuesday and Wednesday and then bounce out to some business meetings. But if not, it is what it is. But hopefully we'll be here all 3 days, out Friday, and continue growing this. Maybe we can have a $4,000 or $5,000 a month. That'll be pretty sweet for a small account. All right, everybody. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow.